Hi everybody, you have found what to play next. We're bringing everything that is awesome, and I do mean awesome in gaming. Take me as I am. This is as far as I got getting ready. I'm gonna try and run a couple more after this. If you're not familiar with the channel, I am Engine Rapid, Violet Pint Akatosh, most of my line, last of my command. Find everything that is awesome in gaming. Unfortunately, recently I took an injury, so range. You want to see a recap? We're gonna go ahead and do that. They do mention the old game throughout the course of the new one.
In 1995, my grandfather died in Conwell Springs, my hometown. I returned for the funeral after being away since childhood.
Really intense, really cool.
I learned that my grandpa had been investigating strange occurrences surrounding a mysterious presence in the forest. However, something happened to him in the woods, putting him in a vegetative state for over a decade.
He spent a lot of time coming up with sequels. It should be interesting. Polaroids are nice.
To solve this mystery, I teamed up with Eileen Summers, my college roommate. A Christian nerd and a biker badass. It was a match made in heaven.
Now we're in 98.
A local church turned out to harbor a secret cult worshipping the malevolence in the woods, referring to it as the Old God.
There are a couple of old gods, the Green Man, Ceranos, that are Irish.
An endangered hallucinogenic flower, the red scythe, was somehow connected to the Old God's power.
Goodness.
As we came closer to the truth, a servant of the Old God made himself known in dreams and visions, the Crimson One, a scheming trickster.
So that's red salvia. It's a hallucinogen.
Things came to a head when the priest of the corrupt church, Isaac Price, abducted Eileen, intending to offer her to the Old God. I managed to track them down and have Isaac thrown in jail, but Eileen was in a catatonic state and was about to suffer the same fate as my grandfather.
There are a couple of tricksters in Irish mythology.
I continued alone and found my way into a great field of red scythes in the depths of the forest. Greeted by the Crimson One, I descended into the Old God's bizarre realm, a place straddling the line between the physical and the otherworldly.
And Puck, for instance, Reverend Goodfellow is pretty prominent. It has to do with the dynamic between the church and heathen ways.
The powers of that place tried to break me. My past trauma was manifested and turned against me, including my shadow, an evil doppelganger.
Oh no.
I defeated these foes and emerged back into the real world. As I left Conwell Woods, I set the flowers ablaze to eradicate the evil at its root.
So do you see this in nature? It's hallucinogenic that can be inhaled. Avoid that.
In my absence, Isaac Price took the coward's way out in his jail cell. When I returned, Eileen had awoken. She was safe. It was time for us both to go back home.
We now have closure. They did a couple of great upgrades for interface. Yeah, if you do run into anything Catholic, Constantine was not making exceptions. They are pretty gruesome. They have a lot of what's referred to as heathen ways. So really old, really scary stuff that used to shake up the populace. May 20, 1998, day one. Kathy was a great female protag. I'm glad that she did finally get a sequel. She's very strong. I think,
We're closed. For fuck's sake.
The strong language she used, the fact that she drove a motorcycle, was really just breakthrough in the 90s. Took a lot of, gumption.
Hey, kid.
Oh, Lucas.
Gee, what happened to you? Looks like somebody's been through the ringer.
You should mind your own business, old man, before I bring up your ex-wife.
Hey now, I'm just looking out for a former student of mine. You're always my business.
Oh, I bet I am. That's the only way a has-been like you could ever stay relevant.
Ha! Yeah, that must be it. Now, you gonna invite me in and just let me stand here like an asshole?
Fine, come in then. You want some coffee?
I got enough, old sis, thank you very much. That brew you make is rancid.
Oh,
Careful.
I did that on purpose. I wanted to do detective work, not dumb chores like some airbrained secretary.
Feigning incompetence, huh? Clever move.
I guess so. I just wish that shrewdness of mine could make me some money.
There's my segue. Did you hear the news on the Soothsayer?
I never took you for a sucker, Lucas. This is Cassidy. There's no way that reward is legit.
You're wrong. Mayor Adams is different. He's the real deal.
And you know this how exactly?
Well, because it just so happens that I was hired to find dirt on the guy. I got nada. Zip. He's a total Boy Scout.
Whatever. We're still talking about a serial killer. Do I look suicidal to you?
She was
Kinda.
so practical, you know?
You passed out at noon, stinking of booze, and that eviction notice hanging over your head isn't doing you any favors.
That's none of your concern. I'm handling it. I just need a goddamn case. A normal case. Free of homicidal maniacs.
You're in the city,
Don't know what to
sweetie.
tell you, kid. Things are looking
She
kind of
does
dry
have
on
to
that
be
front, you
the
dig?
last one.
Oh, God. Please don't try to sound hip, Lucas. Your Dick Tracy imitation is cringeworthy enough.
I suppose you could always pawn off that bike of yours. Buy you another month or two.
Tell him, Mildred. Lose the Catmobile? I'd rather chop off my left tit.
I may be a has-been, but I'm fairly sure that self-mutilation won't do you much good. A couple $100K, on the other hand.
I love money just as much as the next girl, but, I mean, this isn't just a long shot. It's about as likely as Mildred turning vegan and taking up juggling.
Come on, one more case, for old time's sake. 50-50 split. How could anyone beat my rugged charm and your youthful vigor?
Lucas, we both know you're about as charming as a clown at a funeral. And the last time I saw my vigor was 3 tequila bottles ago.
All right. I know what I'm beating. I'll drop it.
Look, thanks for the tip. I might actually take a shot at that bounty, but you need to accept that we're not a team anymore. We had a good run, but I have my own thing going. Look, see? My name is on the frosted glass and everything.
I can respect that. You're not allergic to a little quid pro quo from time to time, though, are you?
Now, that I can do. That's how the world works anyway. It's all...
I don't quite see things that way. But my door is always open if you'd like to discuss the case.
Sure. May the best woman win.
You telling me I'd look good in a dress? Later, kid.
Bye, Lucas.
She gets a tip about a case. This whole series is pretty hard on Kathy. It's not exactly a coming of age, but it is pretty explicit about how hard.
Well, it's not like I have anything better to do.
She was curses.
I should have information on the Soothsayer somewhere in this room.
So, a lot of looking around. Kathy is very in the moment. Display interactables. So we can still use this. The other thing that we can do is pay attention to the cursor. They did update that.
Just
so you pay attention to what color it is. You'll know what to click on.
The yellow pages.
Etc. So, that's my yellow pages. We're just looking for the Soothsayer right
Empty.
now.
All this gumshoe has left to pawn is her dignity. Various reference books and technical manuals.
Doesn't look like
It's a plastic laminator. That cranky drawer is stuck good. I know Eileen had some magic trick to get it open.
it doesn't look like we have the leisure to ignore, the tips.
The city we're in, unfortunately.
You didn't know that from the title. Let's see if we can collect our stuff.
I should grab this in case I need to snap some shots.
You should. So this Kathy is going to be a little bit more handy than the last one.
My radio, with a built-in cassette player. I prefer the quiet right now.
She had there was more.
Thanks for the headache, you Mexican jerk.
We're carrying a bunch of different stuff now, stun gun, etc.
The city...
Practical, apparently I am. We can head towards Cassie.
What bills? Never saw those. Nope, no siree. My biggest fan.
Oh, you know what? That might be related.
Yeah. Maybe there's something about the killings in these papers. All right. I found a few interesting articles about the most recent murder.
Cool. Soothsayer targets best-selling author, age 49. One and only Deborah Sinclair was tragically taken from us, stabbed to death on May 8 in our iconic cabin. Chilling signature mirror left on the scene made it clear she was another Soothsayer victim. No signs of a break-in, no items of value stolen. Blood loss caused by sharp force trauma. Rose Taylor, stabbed to death in her home, makes 5 victims in 3 months. Cassidy is angered. Chief of police has a comment. Soothsayer viciously murders Deborah Sinclair. Abrupt end. Loyal readers may realize previous victim Jane Doe was slain on publication of Anniversary of Storm Chaser. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, Chief Ranger Samuel Walker has a following comment. We're still establishing all the facts. On this sad day we mourn. Okay. So now we have a clue what's going on.
All right, I think that's everything I've got on Deborah in here. When I'm ready to leave, I should be able to learn more about the other victims at the library.
Got it. So, it's pretty notebook focused. Kind of an update on the previous, which was a lot more inventory based. So I think they're trying to get more of a visual novel aspect. We'll have to see how they carry that out. We can check this way, we can check that way. We don't know how much of this we're gonna have to go through.
I better put that away later, for Mildred's sake. That little rascal has proven that yes, cats can get drunk. Oh, cryptic chaos. Can't wait till they're back in town. Nah, no fun alone and sober. Keeps me in perfect timing.
I know
A postcard left by Jimmy Cochran, that strange old geezer I met at a mental institution a few years ago. He was discharged a year after we met, and for some reason he seems to think I had something to do with it. Nah, I'll live with my current face.
About makeup brush.
This might be useful.
There we go, we can dust for fingerprints now.
Uh-oh. That's quite a tequila face you got there, Kathy. Eileen and me, before Rain investigation started going downhill.
Oh no.
We worked great together, didn't we? Keeps me in useful things for when the Catmobile needs a tune-up.
What else?
Extra helmets. I wish, but if I don't shape up and get some work done, I'm gonna end up sleeping somewhere way less comfy. Yeah, I figured the room needed some extra groove. I shouldn't need to bring that. There's storage on the bike if I need it.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently we're relying on our saddlebags.
Still same old Cassidy. City of Gleam. How's it hanging, Lampy?
No. Alright, well, let's head out to the city and just see the map interface, etc. See what we got on a serial killer. Link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind, gaming coffee shipped to your door. Put your logo and merch.
Who's the best fluff ball?
KOFI,
Couldn't agree more.
Coffee will Mallory make me smile. You can also support us on Patreon. Most of all, hit subscribe. If you hit subscribe and the bell, it'll pop you up a little thumbnail. Let you know what we're doing. So you can pop by if you're excited about the sequel finally coming out for Kathy Rain. It was big in the adventure game community, a little bit retro. So you can go to the city library, it looks like. Really just a fun group. They were big into the heavy mystery aspects.
Nah, I got one at home.
A cool take at the time, especially.
So apparently if there's a fire, I'm supposed to run through those gigantic double doors 10 feet away. Phew, I'm saved.
A lot more theater, etc. So, like I said, link in the description below. Smash subscribe, hit the bell, hit like. We love you guys. We love that you're always along for the ride. We'll see you in the next video.
Hi, I need some help, please.
Of course. How can I be of assistance?
I'm looking to find some information on the Soothsayer.
Ah, quite a few people have taken an interest in that case lately. Yes, I would direct you to the microfilm viewer at the end of the hall. We have full scans of all of the major newspapers dating all the way back to the 50s. Indeed. If I may ask, what is your own interest in the case?
You probably heard there's a reward, right? I'm a PI, and money is tight, so...
I see. I suppose we each have our own ways to make a living.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
Quite a bit. Do you have a more specific line of inquiry?
She seemed like a public face.
What do you know about the murder?
I believe she was killed at her writer's retreat, stabbed to death.
Where's this
Right.
writer's retreat located exactly?
Shattered mirror, like not just
There's an
mirror,
area
shattered.
called Bear Creek, just on the border of the national park. Sinclair owned a small cabin there.
All right, got it. That's a decent drive, so I think I'll head out there tomorrow.
Awesome. So now we have another place to go as well, and it kind of evolves from there.
What kind of books did Deborah write?
She dabbled in many different genres over the years, but her main bulk of work could probably be defined as horror, mystery, or a combination of the two. Afflicted, Dead Ends Meet, and...
Okay.
I believe so, yes. But I don't have any...
story coming out.
Was...
Oh, yes.
I can imagine. Borrowing one of her books now is out of the question, right?
Gotta catch it coming back
Correct.
in.
6 months wait
Oh,
minimum.
there's a waiting list.
Yeah. What do you know about Deborah's private life?
She had quite an interesting life. Adopted as a child, and her adoptive father, Sebastian Willis Sinclair, was an accomplished author in his own right. Deborah's birth mother was a young homeless woman, and her father was a Native American. Deborah spent much of her life trying to track down her biological father, unsuccessfully, perhaps in some part due to her roots. She was childless, and if you are curious to learn...
Oh, I might
Cool,
check
so
that.
there's an auto bio. And we can head out to, her house. Cool.
Thanks.
Plus we can
I'll come
look
back
up,
if I have more questions.
some more stuff in the library. We
Very
love
well.
you guys. You're always
Good
along
luck.
for the ride. Thanks for staying after the credits. Smash subscribe, hit like. We love you guys. We'll see you